Good evening, everyone. Goyal Brothers Prakashan welcomes all the participants in the webinar. We are happy to introduce Goyal Brothers Prakashan as one of the leading educational publishing houses in India. For more than 6 decades, we have been engaged in the educational publishing and educational technology business. We publish all types of educational books for the K to 12 level in different subjects for CBSE, ICSE, and different state boards of India. The company has been selling about 10 million books every year in more than 25,000 schools in India and abroad. Goyal Brothers Prakashan has been conducting up seminars, workshops, webinars for principals, teachers, educationists, students, and parents on various educational and non-educational topics like change in syllabus exam pattern, career guidance, parenting, pedagogy, coding classes, usage of technology, cybersecurity, general awareness program, and many more. We have conducted many hundreds of webinars with about 1 million participants in the last 3 years. The technology arm of Goyal Brothers Prakashan, Bright UT, provides online digital learning content for the K to 12 level in a variety of languages for more than 20 educational boards in all the major subjects. We have today with us Ms. Ashima Arora. She's a PGT chemistry, having more than 12 years of experience, and she's an editor as well as an author. So we welcome you, ma'am. Over to you now. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. As ma'am said, I'm Ashima Arora, and I am a part of teaching learning process, serving as PGT chemistry since last 16 years. I have also worked in US school as a high school science teacher. I am one of the resource person of All India Education Forum. I am an author, content editor, content writer for chemistry subject as well. Today, I am here to discuss about the latest changes in ISC paper pattern for class 12th chemistry exam. And before proceeding further, I really want to appreciate and give heartfelt gratitude to Goyal Brother Publications to give this wonderful opportunity to me to conduct this webinar. And I'm sure that it will be helpful to every one of us. Senior secondary school is one of the most crucial stage of school as a school education, because it is the juncture to the next level, which is the professional teaching courses all these students will join, and that will be discipline based and content oriented courses they have to approach for. As we know that learning is an ongoing process, and as a teachers we are doing wonderful in upgrading ourselves day by day to learn new technologies and to use all this online platform. And yes, now we are approaching to hybrid kind of learning, which is we are using offline classes as well and online classes as well. So which definitely leads to a kudos to everybody of us. And right now, let's discuss what kind of changes are there in the specimen paper. And side by side, I'll be discussing about what are the deleted topics from the chapter as well. Okay, so today I will be discussing about the reduced and bifurcated syllabus of term 2 exam. And then I'll be discussing about the features of the sample paper issued by ISC and what kind of assessment, what is the pattern of the question paper they have set, the types of questions and the format of the paper, and how to prepare for the exam. And the last and important topic is how to use the released book by Goyal Brothers Prakashan. So the reduced and bifurcated syllabus is divided as we have to take care of theory, which is of 35 marks in term 2, and practical is of 15 marks. Then the bifurcated syllabus is as follows. So semester 1 is already over, and semester 2 this is purely subjective or descriptive paper, I should say. And there are chapters which include chemical kinetics, surface chemistry, D&F block, coordination compounds, aldehyde ketones, organic compounds containing nitrogen, biomolecules, and chemistry in everyday life. Then the practical syllabus, definitely it includes all the important practicals, which is volumetric analysis, followed by salt analysis, and also functional groups, one of the very important experiment. And either it could be combination, or you can choose one of the experiments from study of rate of reaction and identification of functional group and characteristic tests of carbohydrates and proteins. So now I'm talking about the details of all the specimen sample paper of chemistry. And the time allotted is 1.5 hours. Maximum marks is 35. The format of the paper is descriptive, and it is further divided into 3 sections. Section A is of 7 marks, section B is of 16 marks, and section C is of 12 marks. Now, when we talk about the kind of questions they have asked, so section A has only 2 questions, and there are no choices in section A. And the type of question is, there are fill in the blanks in question 1. There are MCQs and assertion reasoning question in as a question number 2, and with no choice. While in section B, there are 8 questions, and there is only 1 choice given in one of the question, and all the questions are short answer type questions. In section C, there are 4 questions. Again, the number of choices is only 1 given, and it is also a short answer type questions, but a little longer, because there are numericals, and there is a numerical related to it. There is only 1 chapter which has numerical, right? A numerical based chapter is only chemical kinetics in this term. So it is very important to focus on the numericals of chemical kinetics. And there are 2 questions given as a numericals. There are 2 questions, with one is of 2 marker question in section B, and one is 3 marker question in section C, which is again divided into 2 plus 1. 2 marks is numerical and 1 mark is theory part. Now I'm discussing about the format. I'm discussing about the chapter-wise questions that they have given in this specimen question paper. So chemical kinetics is of 5 marks. The marks that I'm telling you about right now, there is no bifurcation given about marks by CISCE. Just that I'm writing here, I'm briefing what the sample paper has. Right, in sample paper, the marks given to chemical kinetics is 5. The weightage is 5 marks, and there are 3 questions given. The first is the fill in the blank question in section A, followed by there is a numerical based question, which is question number 8 in section B, and the numerical is related to activation energy. Followed by there is a 3 marker question, which is from section C. And as I said already, that it is further divided into 2 plus 1 or 1 plus 2. So as you can see, there is a choice given. This is question 11, section C part, and there is a choice given in it, right? So it really helps in understanding what kind of mind they are using and how they are making the paper. That's really important to understand, so that we can help students to work accordingly, right? So then followed by surface chemistry. In the question paper, surface chemistry is given of 4 marks only, in which 1 question is related to assertion reasoning question, which is definitely of 1 mark. And there is 1 question number 14, which is of 3 marks. And the reasoning conceptual questions are given. B and F block elements, 4 marks are given to this chapter. And the first question belongs to the fill in the blanks, which is section A question, followed by it's a 3 marker question number 12 from section C, which is further divided into 2 plus 1. Then in coordination compounds, the weightage given is 5 marks, and there is an MCQ given from this chapter, and followed by question number 3, which is of 2 marker question, is related to isomerism. Question number 13 is again it's a 3 marker question from section C, which is from coordination compounds, and it is further divided into 2 parts. You have to write the formula, and then followed by there is a question related to oxidation state and coordination number.
Now subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows three-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tuesday and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Organic, which is aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid, 6 marks is given as the weightage. So one is the MCQ here, followed by one fill in the blank question from section A. Then there is a 2-marker question given from section B, which is, you can see there is a choice given here. The first option given to us is in terms of the name reaction, followed by, or there is a choice between name reaction and conversions. Then question 10 is from, it is a 2-marker question, which is from section B, and it's a chemical test, distinguish between 2 compounds. In organic, compounds containing nitrogen, mainly amines and diazonium salt is there in the syllabus. So here there is an MCQ given, followed by a 2-marker question from section B, right? And 2-marker question again from section B. So there are 2 2-marker questions and 1-marker question. In total, it makes 5 marks from organic compounds containing nitrogen. In biomolecules, the weightage only given is 2 marks. And the question is related to amino acids, right? And the question is related to proteins. In chemistry in everyday life, again, there is a 2-marker question only, which is question number 7 from section B. And it is just a reasoning-based question, right? Now, there are a variety of questions. If we combine all these questions, we can see there are multiple choice questions given, there are fill in the blanks given, assertion reasoning questions given, conceptual based question given, numericals, name reaction, arranged questions, and conversions. So there are all sort of flavors given in the same paper. So now what I'm doing, I am telling you, what are the topics that we need to emphasize upon while revising as a student or while preparing our students as a teacher. So I'll be discussing those topics one by one. I'll be telling you the names and all, followed by what are the deleted topics, because this time there is a lot of dilemma about the deleted topics. So I'll be, to avoid such confusion, I will be telling you chapter-wise deleted topics. So in chemical kinetics, the various topics on which we need to emphasize upon are derivations, right? Derivations are really important from integrated rate law, followed by pseudo first order reactions with example. There could be a reverse question, example is given and they may ask, identify the order, predict the order, write the unit of rate constant, and there could be a numerical given on that, based on the basis of that. Then rate law, order and molecularity difference, and there could be a question that what is the difference between order and molecularity in terms of complex reactions and simple reaction or elementary reaction. Effect of temperature and catalyst with graph, Arrhenius equation, and definitely the numericals related to it. Now numericals, we should emphasize upon the revision of numericals on the following topics: differential rate equation, rate law questions, identifying the order of a reaction, initial rate method, right? Rate constant numericals, and Arrhenius equation numericals. There could be a graph-based question also, although it is not given in the specimen paper, but as a teacher, we all want to ensure that every student should be familiar with all sort of questions. So what could be the other questions that can be that we can make or frame from the chemical kinetics are graph-based questions. We can give a graph and then we can ask them to predict the order of the graph and what are the units of the rate constant. Before proceeding to surface chemistry, I really want to ponder over that in chemical kinetics, the deleted topic is collision theory, right? It's not there in the syllabus. Surface chemistry, when we talk about surface chemistry, there is a need to focus on the definitions, the exact terminologies students should write, right? At least they should not miss the key terms and the examples. Preferential adsorption of ion is a wonderful topic. There could be an example given, and then they can ask what is the reason for the charge on the colloid. Hardy-Schulze rule, difference between physisorption and chemisorption, then the effect of temperature, pressure, and concentration with their graph. Adsorption isotherm, classification of colloids, application of colloids, and electrophoresis. The topic deleted from surface chemistry is catalysis. Catalysis is the deleted topic, and preparation and purification of colloids is the deleted topic. Then, as I said, that I'll be also discussing what could be the other format of the questions that can be asked from the chapter. So I have collected few of the pictures from the NCERT. There could be, we can also frame question related to picture based, right? So these are the kind of pictures given here. So there could be a question related to, a picture is given related to adsorption isotherm. A figure is given related to electrophoresis, or this is preferential adsorption isotherm, or Helmholtz electrical double layer. So there could be different format of the questions from surface chemistry. Now, when we talk about D and F block elements, we need to focus on the definition of transition elements and how can we identify that a given element is a transition element or not. Differences between transition and non-transition elements, lanthanoids and actinoids, properties of transition elements. Key terms are really important that students should ponder over the technical terms, the key terms given in the reasons. Then lanthanoid contraction and its consequences is really an important topic. As I said, that there could be other variety of questions. So from D and F, the another kind of question that can be framed is graph-based question. A graph is given and accordingly various questions can be asked. Right, so I have just given an example here, just to tell you the kind of question we can frame. Then conceptual questions based on properties of transition element, standard reduction potential related questions, oxidizing and reducing behavior related questions, lanthanoid contraction, and a wonderful exception we have, copper 1 ion is not stable in aqueous solution. Then there could be a question related to electronic configuration, that by writing the configuration of a given ion or an element, predict the magnetic behavior and its nature, whether it is colored or colorless in aqueous solution. Before proceeding further in D and F block, the deleted topic is K2Cr27 and KMNO4. And also the chemical reactivity of lanthanoids with oxygen, hydrogen, and other molecules is deleted. Coordination compounds. In coordination compounds, the important topics that we need to take care of is distinguish between double salt and coordination compound. Then types of ligands, with the example, ambidentate ligand, chelating ligands, with their example, it's a really important topic. Structural isomerism is very important. IUPAC name of cationic complexes, anionic complexes, and double complexes. Then I have mentioned here the type of question that can be framed with Werner's theory related to question. So there are 3 theories in the chapter: Werner theory, valence bond theory, and crystal field theory. From Werner theory, there could be a question given here that predict the structural formula and name of the compound by giving a case study type of question. Valence bond theory, the question can be, the similar question was there in the sample paper as well. Discuss the bonding in the coordination entity on the basis of valence bond theory and predict the geometry and spin. From crystal field theory, I have given one of the format of the question, that write the electronic configuration in terms of P2G and EG, and then calculate the magnetic moment. This is the another format of a question where metal atom is not given. Any metal M with N plus charge having D4 the configuration, right? And 3 bidentate ligands are attached, means the coordination number is 6. So the case is given that assume delta is greater than P and then accordingly solve the questions. So we have to make sure that our students should be aware of all the formats of the questions. So that's why I'm referring to these as well. In coordination compounds, the topic deleted is stereoisomerism, stability of coordination compounds. All the topics that I'm referring to, I have compared the old syllabus with the new ones, this year's syllabus, and then the changes that I had observed, these changes I'm mentioning.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Duty and avail your courses at affordable prices.
In aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acids and organic compounds containing nitrogen, I have mentioned both the chapters together because they both are organic chapters and they both deal with the same kind of questions. So in both the chapters, conversions are really important. And usually conversions are name reaction based questions. Usually you may have seen that the previous year papers also say that the conversions they give is usually for two or three steps only, not more than that. Otherwise, how will they justify the marks? Then arrange the compounds in the given on the basis of given properties. Chemical tests are really important. Complete the reaction questions A to B, B to C. And conceptual questions, all the reasoning questions, IUPAC names, and mechanism of nucleophilic addition reaction. So I have given one of the example of the question related to route map question, where we have to identify the compounds XY and the related information is given. So students must be aware of the kind of format, then how to write the answer. Right, they directly write the answer that this is X and this is Y. I'm sure everybody would agree with me as a teacher that students should write that what could be the inference given, what could be the inference of the information given in the question. Right. For example, if a substance gives tolerance test, so aldehyde group is present. If the substance is not giving iodoform test, so COCH3 group is absent. So the format of writing the answer is really important, and it definitely leads to a good presentation. Before proceeding to biomolecules, I want to tell you that in chapter 12, nothing major is deleted, only the uses of aldehyde ketones is deleted. Uses of benzaldehyde and carboxylic acid is deleted. In chapter 13, very important, uses of aniline is deleted. And entire cyanides and isocyanides are deleted. Means the chapter only comprises of amines and isonium salt. When we talk about biomolecules, in carbohydrates, please focus on the definition of carbohydrates, anomers, and reducing sugars. And the structural evidence of glucose, means all the reactions related to glucose are really important. Haworth projection and Fischer projection of glucose and fructose is it's a wonderful topic. In proteins, focus upon denaturation of proteins, structure of proteins and types of amino acid, essential and non-essential ones, and isoelectric points as well. In nucleic acids, differences between DNA and RNA and complementary base pairing is really a good topic. The deleted topic from chapter 14 is disaccharides, polysaccharides, enzymes, hormones, and vitamins. When we talk about the last chapter, which is chemistry in everyday life, definitions and examples of all the categories of drugs, I usually ask my students to learn each and every example. The reason is because there could be a reverse question. Identify the category of the drug to which the given compounds or belong to. So there could be a question, penicillin is given, then they may ask what is the category of drug it belongs to. So if the student is not aware about the various examples, how can they classify it, right? So it's not only important to learn the definition, it is also important to know as many examples as they can. Composition of Dettol and tincture of iodine is also important. Now, tincture of iodine is alcohol water mixture, right? It is iodine in alcohol water mixture. So you can relate it with alcohol in surface chemistry. Classification of antibiotics is really popular. Differences between antiseptics and disinfectants it's also important. And the last one is preservatives, antioxidants, and sweeteners. The topic deleted from chemistry in everyday life is soaps and detergents. Now I'm sure everybody would agree to me that how students should be exam ready. They must make a quick revision notes. They should write in a single notebook all the name reactions all together, the list of formulas all together, the chemical tests all together, so as to have a last minute revision as quickly as they can. And then they should make concept maps for quick revision. Revise the chapters from the textbook thoroughly, right? With all the graphs, all the figures. Practice ISC previous year papers also. Do model test papers from Goyal Brother Publications book, the question bank, within the given limit, right? If the paper is 1.5 hour, please complete it, the model test paper, in the same time limit. And sleep well to boost your memory. Proper sleep is very important for the long-term memory. Now, tips on how to attempt the paper. All the students should read the questions very carefully. Prioritize your attempt. The reading time is very important. Use it very wisely and prioritize your attempt, that which section do you want to do first, section A, B, or C. Usually students say, can I do one question from section A and one from B? So I usually advise them that do one section entirely in a go. Although it doesn't matter much, because the marks of the questions will be written at the beginning while checking the paper. But still, the presentation is really important. In certain questions, you will be provided multiple choice question. Do not hurry and make your choice smartly. While writing your answer, use key terms, focus on the key terms, and if possible, underline if you have time. Revise the answer sheet properly and write your answer in clean and legible handwriting. Initially, students write in a beautiful handwriting, right? But as soon as the time goes away, and at the end, they write in so hurry that even we can't read what it is written. So try to manage the time accordingly. And that can only be done when you practice a lot of papers. The link of e-book is given here as a sample. Then definitely there is a whole lot relevance of the sample papers which is released by Goyal Brother Publications. The book has covered all the variety of questions that I have mentioned right now. The fill in the blanks, multiple choice questions, assertion reasoning questions, root map questions, conceptual questions, and whatnot. All sort of numericals related to chemical kinetics, and unsolved model test papers are also given here. And please please ask any queries if you have.
We now welcome all the queries. So whosoever have queries, they can write in the chat box and ask Miss Ashima all the problems that they have.
Vishali ma'am, can you read chat box, please?
Yes, Ashima, I have opened the chat box. As of now, there are no queries that I can see.
Okay.
Yeah. Pooja ma'am has written excellent presentation, ma'am. So I guess they do not have much of the queries because your presentation was so much inclusive of everything that everyone was able to get. Okay. Thank you for participating in the webinars. So we hope that you enjoyed the webinar with some useful takeaways. We would like to hear back from you. Kindly share your feedback or suggestions via our email, that is marketing@goyal-books.com email ID on the chat box. Also, if you are looking for any opportunity to work with us in any capacity, like an author, resource person, subject expert, editor, reviewer, etc., then also you can share your details on the same email ID mentioned in the chat box. And also, if you want us to conduct a webinar for your organization, kindly write us to the same email ID. Goyal Brothers Prakashan, once again, thank you, all of you, for your presentation and for your participation in the webinar.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tuesday and avail your courses at affordable prices.